back to Morecambe TV, you've got the animals.
Final game, Goodison Park, it's Everton 2, Southampton 0. I'm lost for words at the minute right now. We just spent the last 10 minutes getting heavy. And you just can't fucking hear us anyway.
All together now.
We're just going to record this instead.
Hey, what a day. Last game at Goodison. Last game at Goodison. What can we say? What can we say? Emotional day. Every day.
They're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, look at it.
Old school songs just getting fucking shouted out every time. Feed the yak, better for Laney. And all sorts of
Abraham Saeed.
No what? Just enjoy it.
So yeah, we are back. Do you know what? We probably got better. We probably had better audio than Goodison than they did for that final thing, then.
Definitely.
I just asked Jay, then he couldn't hear nothing either, but not to start on a down, but like, you know,
anyway,
start to Goodison, you know.
So we'll start from the start. We're going to put this into two parts, basically.
Yeah, so he's definitely getting a video tomorrow because he's doing both of them.
So we're talking about Sunday more than anything now. That's the first part, and then the second part is all the stuff that's been going on. You know, the Hill Dickinson stuff, the Corey, the contracts, everything.
Dixie.
You know, yeah, whatever. We'll catch up on that in a few.
Well, we're going to
on the next video.
But anyway,
we'll come back to that.
Final game at Goodison. Nice to end on a win. You know, that's always good.
I think if we didn't, there'd be fucking murder, if I'm honest.
Yeah. The second half just passed by though, didn't it?
Yeah, I think the whole did. I don't even remember seeing much of it. I think I was just taking everything in. But from the start, I mean, we were out early. I was out early. You were out early. I started from about half 9.
At 8 o'clock, and then I think I had 2 pints here, 4 cans of Strongbow before the game. And I was saying to Dave before, I was home for 7. I was asleep before. I think I was asleep about 8 o'clock.
That's mad.
Honestly,
no, I was still out.
But then again, I was up at 6:30, so you know. It's a long day, innit?
I was out till stupid. I didn't eat. Threw up in the sink. Started on the couch.
Yeah, up the top.
You know, that's how you do it. But you know, the whole day. I mean, from the coach welcome, the smoke, the fans, the noise.
It was nice to see someone come up and ask for a picture with us, didn't he?
Boss, just people just coming up and just being sound and just it's Sam and his lads. Because I saw this picture on Instagram the other day and I realised that, you know, that's who we were talking to.
Someone,
so yeah, nice one for that, Sam.
Someone called us filthy animals as well, which was
I'm just trying to get served, mate.
It's always nice, though. It's always... Because, do you know what, though? This happened a couple of weeks ago. Someone come up and said, I've seen you a few times, but I didn't want to bother you. And I went, no, come up and bother us.
Bother me, yeah.
Bothering us at all. We're happy to do it.
Yeah, definitely. But
I love all that.
Where we were as well, because we ended up by St Luke's, and then they announced that the coach wasn't coming down the street because of just the crowds, and that was absolutely just brilliant. But when you look back on like the aerial views, they weren't even getting down Walton Lane. They weren't getting past Stanley Park. They were literally just going past.
And there was some great aerial views there as well.
Yeah,
weren't
amazing.
You know, we managed to dodge most of the...
We've done ourselves proud, let's put it that way.
We all worked on here,
We
managed to dodge most of the smoke, which was good. Them fucking flares.
Oh no, I was still picking blue out of me.
I still had bits on me, like, well, for the most part, we weren't looking like Rambo like Steve Mayer was a few years ago.
The one that got me though, there, was Richard Masters.
Masters.
Just brazen as fuck.
Fucking goal turning up there, didn't
fair play for somebody. You know what, I mean, a fair play to any Evertonian who actually didn't approach him. He was looking to get a belt.
And that video was pretty tame, I thought.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
alright, there was the Premier League club stuff and stuff, but what are you meant to do? You can't confront the fella. Do you know what I mean? You do that, the police are going to... the police are lifting you. Do you know what I mean?
In fact, we'll have 3 videos this week because I've got someone to go on the list. And do you know what? All year I haven't put no one on this. Like, I've turned a new leaf. But no, fucker, I'm going back to the old ways there.
Sort that out in a bit then, yeah. But yeah, Masters showing up. And then, you know, we obviously went into the ground and everything before kick-off was brilliant.
It was, yeah.
There she goes.
Which needs to be an anthem now, doesn't it, going forward?
Yeah, it's completely anthemic. It's grown organically into the club. It's been written by an Evertonian. It's got its different connotations. It's not really about a bird, but it doesn't matter about that. If it's about addiction, then it's about your addiction to Everton. You know, listen to the words. You know, everything is just, you know, it could be about a bird, it could be about whatever Mavis was writing about, but it is fundamentally about Everton. And we've been crying out for something like Sunshine on Leith, the Hibs adopted.
Which is boss.
And it is brilliant, and we look at, but everyone goes, oh, we should sing Sunshine on Leith. No, we've had There She Goes there,
yeah, I know.
waiting for us to use it. We played Grand Old Team before the game. No, he'll play it, yeah, at one point, but start with There She Goes, because I think that went so well.
It did.
Everyone, look at the videos, look at all the videos of everyone singing it. Everyone was full voice on it. It was just brilliant.
I think after it, I really enjoyed Ed and Zed cards on a violin, because I used to play the cello for like 6 years, which not a lot of people know, but I used to play it in school, yeah, which wasn't the coolest instrument to play, let's put it that. When kids were like going, I can play Wonderwall, but yeah, can you play Indiana Jones theme though?
I can do the theme from Jaws.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, I can do Superman, Star Wars, all John Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's off top of that though.
Yeah, and then the game, you know what I mean? Obviously, a great win, 2 great goals from Illiman and Dye. 2 for Beto, really. You know, the fella learns the offside rule and stops listening to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think he'll be all right, and but you look at those goals, you look at the goals the chances he's missed. He should have more than 10 goals this season. He should easily be on 15, but he's turned it. And you've got to give credit to Moyes for turning Beto around, for turning probably a couple of the players in that side as well.
Got a lot more goals. 28 goals scored since Moyes took over, which is incredible, really. Like, that was more in the calendar year last year.
Yeah.
So that's his, you know, and we'll get into the next video. We'll get into about player contracts.
But just everything afterwards. I know we couldn't hear it, but you know.
Yeah, I didn't even know Niasse was there. I only found that out later on. I was like, wow, Umar was there.
Well, where was Amakachi? Where was, you know, Ratcliffe wasn't there, and
wasn't he? No. So Radzinski was there.
I saw Radzinski, and then, you know, just the whole thing afterwards was it was a good send off to Everton. It's a good send off from Goodison Park.
Getting Jones done well.
Bill Ryder-Jones did great. I think, you know, given Mavis pulled out at the last minute.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So they only had 10 days to get it all right. And credit to Roy, PJ Smith, Bad Wool on Twitter, mate. That was just phenomenal. That poem is just brilliant. It's on the back of the. It's the inside back page of the programme, the actual poem that Roy PJ read out. Just read it again and listen to it. It's absolutely phenomenal. It really, really is. But yeah, the violinist,
I love orchestral music.
The toffee girl walking across the pitch.
Yeah.
Just a lovely send off. You know what I mean? It probably didn't need to be all fanfare and fucking fighter jets flying over and shit like that.
I'd never seen Goodison so blue and white, and I like that as well.
Oh, it was amazing. I think that's what needs to happen. I think.
Someone else who's going on the list. Whoever fucking nicked our scarf. Bastards.
Yeah. But that's another one for another video.
That's another one.
Just a great day in general, and then afterwards, I know you got off. I managed to do a little bit of a walk around the pitch and got a selfie with Duncan Ferguson.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the highlights of your day. You know, little things that are just going to be remembered. Like, what did you do on the last day? I jumped round Duncan Ferguson and threw my phone at him for a selfie. You know, I got a photograph with Inchy. I've got a selfie with Inchy as well, because he was in the box just by the dugout. But I was like, I'm not even going to be able to get round the pitch. But everyone was on the perimeters.
MLS, is he?
I don't think so.
No.
He was at Minnesota for a while. I don't know where he is.
Phil Neville still going.
Because he was at Orlando as well.
Speaking of Phil Neville, do you remember when he kicked off on that press conference? Like, the fucking asked. And then he just goes, sorry, what was the question?
Yeah.
Great clip that.
What else was there? Oh yeah, Gethin Jones, Tony Bellew, Wayne Rooney. Manchester's full of shit.
I got a little video with
Have you got everyone singing Manchester's full of shit?
I've got most of the players coming out, so we've got that for later on.
We got the bagpipes in the Gladys Street.
I seen him before he went out into the grounds. I went for a piss, and there he was. I got a little clip of it, and then I got a selfie with him. So
yeah, there was just so much. There was just everything, and then, you know, there's grown men in tears. I just went silent. You trying to ask me stuff, and I'm just like, mate, just leave me alone. Just leave me the fuck alone right now. I'm just not. It wasn't like I was just trying to just zone in to just take it all in. And he's like, you want to do this? You want to do that? I was like, mate, shut up. Yeah. If I'd told you to shut up, you'd have just proper gone in a huff. But you know what a day, what an evening, what a beautiful send off to Goodison. Yeah. And now we look forward to going to...
Yeah, and we should look forward to, you know, because we've got a brand new ground there. Let's look forward.
This isn't about goodbye. This is like, the next chapter.
Yeah.
Isn't
and
it?
Goodison is staying, which I am happy to see that it is staying, to be fair.
I think that, I mean, there'll be a massive reduction in the capacity, but fine.
That.
Do you know what I mean?
Expect that, because it's hard to maintain as well.
The one thing I want to see is the National Football Museum brought to Goodison Park.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why you don't need to keep it in some random building in Manchester. Take it to Goodison Park and have a purpose-built museum for football in one of the
first purpose-built
football ground.
Yeah. We're the first ones to have undersoil eating. We're the first for loads. So like.
So let's be the first to have a museum.
Yeah, remember
in the ground.
I did the Goodison tour last year, and they speak about how many times we were the first doing loads of stuff like that. So yeah, fucking why not?
That just sounds like such a nice way and a nice fitting end to Goodison. To have the museum, but then also allow it to be available for the women, the under-23s, the under-21s, and still play all these like Mersey Cups and stuff like that they all do.
And without sounding negative, Paul Power said that after that Ipswich game where he went, this place is fucking cursed. It's cursed for us. Like you think of the Bournemouth game and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, let's new start, new ground. You know, like think of the good times, because I've had fucking loads. I have, and I haven't seen us win fuck all really. You know what I mean? I was too young to appreciate the FA Cup.
I'm probably the same. I was 14 when we won the FA Cup, and it was like, I'm a teenager, I'm into masturbation and beds, you know what I mean? It was like one of them.
Yeah, but you know, it's a good day, great day. Couldn't have went any better.
Yeah, I loved it. I just loved the day from start to finish with, you know, meeting up with friends who I hadn't seen in so long.
I ever seen Warren, didn't we?
Yeah, you know, that was boss. You know, but even my mates would come up from like London and stuff like that, who I hadn't seen in ages. So it was just nice to.
It still feels weird though that we're not going to be going back there, like for a like obviously a men's game. It does, strange,
but at the same time, it's like we need this. Everton has needed this reset more than any other club in the world. We need the new stadium. We need the new manager. We need a fresh team, which we'll talk about in a little bit with these contracts and stuff like that. A reset is what we've needed probably since Farhad Mashiri came in. Not just before with him leaving. The whole new stuff now. The new owners, the new stadium, new manager, new team. Let's go. This is a whole new Everton to me. And the memories and the love that we've got for Goodison Park will still remain.
Of course,
but we've just got to write our new chapters. We've just got to write this all over again.
And it's not just about our experience. Tell us your experience.
Yeah, it's yours. How was your day? You know.
Well, what's your favourite memories of Goodison? You know what I mean? Let us know.
Yeah, we know we bumped into people who all said hello and stuff like that, and that was absolutely amazing. And then hopefully that's what we'll see as a Bramley Moore as well.
I mentioned this the other day. I still buzz at I was at a work night out a few months ago, and Simone come up and went, "All right, you filthy animal." My boss was like, "Paul, why is he calling you a filthy animal?" I went, "It's a thing off the podcast," and she was like, "Oh, Paul's got fans."
Paul's just a filthy animal.
I'm getting called that, yeah.
Just a big meth.
Yeah.
Go on. So this is the end of part 1, and we'll be back with part 2 in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be uploaded tomorrow. So till then, up to fucking toffees.
Colin Chong.
End of part 1.